Okay, another really good reason to dry fast is this rejuvenation effect, especially in the fascia, which is what you are. All this stuff, all this skin, all these connective tissues that make you are based off of fibroblasts. And these fibroblasts produce collagen and elastin that gives you elasticity and puts all this stuff together and rebuilds all the structures around the cells and the extracellular matrix around the cells. And it's really interesting stuff. But what happens in the liver is fibroblast growth factors affect lipolysis and the ability to use fat cells for energy. It's one of these things that once you activate this stuff in fasting, it flips around what it usually does during eating. I talk about this in neogenesis. You know, we're actually able to stay alive as long as we do because we do two things. We eat and then we don't eat at night. Sleep and awake. And that's what fasting is. It's an extended period of sleep metabolism. In one, you're processing stuff, and the other, you're repairing stuff. And you can repair a lot of stuff during the fasting part. The rejuvenation of your fascial system, this skin, this stuff that holds you all together and holds everything inside of it, is based off of fibroblasts. These cells produce these structures, these proteins. And after you fast, you get a 2 to 3 times increase in fibroblast activity to restore your fibrous nature. Because during a fast, you're taking all the bad fibers and stuff out of your fascial matrix. And that's the cool thing about it. It's not just about cellular repair and organelles and stem cells. It's actually about the actual sponge that you're living inside of. There's like 4 body systems I talk about in neogenesis, you know. And this is one of the major ones because this is the one that develops first inside the womb. This is the one that develops all the channels that direct the nerves and the vessels and all the other stuff inside the growing embryo that ends up as you. And that during a dry fast, that is repaired as well. Burnout proteins, broken collagen, broken elastin, all this stuff, it gets eaten up because it's not healthy any longer. And the selective reduction of materials during a fast is what this is all about. And when it's over with, bang, you get this huge increase in fibroblast activity to rebuild your fascial system. You end up with better skin. And I've seen this happen. I've had moles on me drop off. I've had warts on me drop off from nothing else. I've tried all the other stuff everyone does, salicylic acid, all these wart compounds, all this jazz. No, you repair the skin. When the skin is healthy, it grows all this crap that's inside the skin out to the surface and just drops off. It just scratches off. It can't attach. So the idea here with rejuvenation is it's not just all the other stuff that dry fasting does. It's this other really interesting thing that it does for the fascial matrix system, which I talk about in neogenesis. When I get done with these 10 basic reasons why you need to dry fast, I'm going to start talking about the neogenesis thing because it's all integrated. It's all integrated with what we do while we're awake and while we're asleep, while we eat, while we don't eat. These are things that if you learn about, you need to try dry fasting because dry fasting does all these rejuvenation issues. It rejuvenates your skin, it rejuvenates your organs and everything else during this period of not eating. It's the only way you can do it as fast as a week, and it's only a week. I don't suggest fasting longer than a week for a lot of reasons, and I talk about it in my book. You don't need to go too long on a fast because if you go too long on a fast, your body starts eating itself because it's eating everything it can possibly eat. Okay, you got to only do it for 7 days. And that's the cool thing about the Phoenix Protocol. We don't do it to cure major illness. We're not here to do that. We're here to rejuvenate the body and restore all these systems so that you can reset yourself. It's the great reset. It really is. Reset your body back to normal, which means you can either change the way you eat after a dry fast and control your weight, control your size, control your health, or you can go back to all the lousy habits you have and end up just dry fasting a year later and you cure all the problems that occurred during that year. The cool thing about your first dry fast is that who knows how many decades you fix that first one. So even if you go back to bad habits for a year, you're probably not to accumulate the same kind of damage you've done through your whole life before your first dry fast. Dry fasting is the great reset. It's the best thing you can possibly do to maintain your health and take control of your health. So I'll be back with more tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then.